I'm going to start off by saying all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessing to you hopeful elect. All right. I'm coming back once again to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is a lesson that I'm going to start off with this quote. This is from Dr. Alan Greenberg, MD, right? And it says, as a retired physician, I can honestly say that unless you are in a serious accident, your best chance of living to a ripe old age is to avoid doctors and hospitals and learn nutrition, herbal medicine, and other forms of natural medicine, unless you are fortunate enough to have a naturopathic physician available. Almost all drugs are toxic and are designed only to treat symptoms and not to cure anyone. Now that's a heavy quote, and there's a lot of things that I can highlight, but what I want to first, I guess, bring out is he said your best chance of living to a ripe old age is to avoid doctors and hospitals and learn nutrition, herbal medicine, and other forms of natural medicine. So majority of, Esau calls himself a physician. A physician is really what? What is a physician? A physician is a healer. Now we can go to Job 13, verse 4. And it says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. When we look up that word forger or physician, the word is rapah, which means to heal, make healthful, plain and simple. When you go to an MD, this is the thing, Esau calls himself a physician, a healer, but he has different classifications of physicians. He has an MD, which is a medical doctor. He has an osteopathic doctor. He has surgeons. He has all kinds of different classifications. He has a pediatrician. But the point is, he calls himself a physician, but he doesn't heal anything. Now I'm going to bring out this article. Okay, it says, this is from Piedmont.com, and it says, you got an Edomite smiling, it's your doctor, the difference between an MD and DO. Okay. So it says, what is a DO doctor? Doctors of osteopathic medicine regard the body as an integrated whole rather than treating for specific symptoms only, according to the American Osteopathic Association. And that's a good way to approach as a healer, because the body is an integrated system. Everything is really connected. You have different systems. You have the blood system, which is like your river of life, carries oxygen and nutrients, right? It's important to keep your blood clean. You got the lymphatic system, which is your sewer system, right? Your lymph nodes, where you sweat and release toxins. So a lot of people's lymph nodes are really clogged up, and they need a lymphatic drain. That's why exercise is good, because you're sweating and you're moving, and things are pumping and flowing, right? It says allopathic medicine focuses more on disease treatment, Dr. Jaggers explains. And then it says, what is an MD? An MD, medical. See, now they go, medical. So you would think that, this person is a practitioner of medicine, and therefore he's going to give you medicine. But guess what? He's not giving you medicine. Right? Back to this Dr. Allen, his quote. He said, he said almost all drugs are toxic, and that's very true because Esau, you'll go to him and you'll tell him of a complaint that's not major. He'll give you small things. Oh, here's some antibiotics. Here's some Tylenol, right? Here's some highly dosed Advil, right? So Esau will give you that junk until something severe comes and he can keep you on something. He'll prescribe you drugs which are toxic. But even those ones, like the basic, your antibiotics, the antibiotics, there's people that are on antibiotics for years, and it destroys their gut health, and their whole digestive system, because the antibiotics, Esau's antibiotics, they basically destroy the bad bacteria in your gut, but as well as the good bacteria, right? Which you need. That's why they recommend to intake probiotics after you took antibiotics. But even the probiotics, see, that's the thing that Esau created, and that's a lucrative little scheme. You don't need probiotics because your body creates probiotics, but it creates those probiotics because even brothers sometimes take probiotics. You shouldn't spend money on that. Those things are expensive, man, and they're foreign. You need to eat prebiotic rich foods. You can look up prebiotic rich foods, which later form into probiotics and develop your gut. But anyway, back to the antibiotic. That thing messes you up, man. But you got natural antibiotics like honey. If you get Manuka honey, the high level, like Apostle Tahar mentioned years ago, if you get that high grade, $80 to $100 a bottle, that's your potent source of antibiotic, which actually doesn't destroy your good bacteria, because the Most High created this medicine, man. The Most High is the architect, but Esau's a demon, okay? And if this guy's a Jake, then he's a Jake. But if he's not, well, guess what? This just goes into that in the book of Job, when it mentions thy tongue shall fall upon thyself, right? Which, let me get that actually, just for the point's sake, because I'm not saying this guy is either or, but that's but it took a lot to say that, to make that quote, because this dude actually, this dude, Dr. Allen, as you see, Greenberg, MD, he got fired. He got his license revoked. See, it says a final order. The Maryland State Board of Physician Quality Assurance issues this final order revoking the license of the respondent Allen S. Greenberg, Dr. Greenberg, to practice medicine in the state of Maryland based on the board's finding that Dr. Greenberg is mentally incompetent to practice medicine within the meaning of Section 14, etc., right? So the point is, down here it says the issuance of this final order brings closure to Dr. Greenberg's 6-year investigative and disciplinary history with the board, because this dude caused a ruckus. Most likely he caused a ruckus. Hold on. All right, so as you see here, an MD, right, it says, like DOs, they are trained through several years of both coursework and clinical practice. Both MD and DOs are licensed to work in all 50 states. But I just wanted to bring that quick thing out, and then I'm going to get this. This is the book Ecclesiastes 38:1 in the Apocrypha. It says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. So now you're supposed to understand, what is a physician? Is he supposed to administer me drugs? Like I said, when you go to the hospital, even with an emergency, like my father years ago, he went for an emergency. He had a very high blood pressure and migraine and chest palpitations, and he had to wait, I think, 4 or 5 hours. And he said there was a woman in there. She was screaming because she wasn't getting help, and she was just causing a ruckus. And she said, or he told me, one of the nurses came up to her, and she's like, "Oh, if you don't like it here, you can go to another hospital." And then after all that time, after like 5-6 hours, Well, the doctor came and he checked on my dad and the blood pressure and everything, and he gave him a high dose of Advil. Like it's not the over the counter. It was like 700 or 800 milligram. But yeah, man, these people ain't physicians, man. They're damn con artists and frauds. That's why the MDs, they have to take the Hippocratic oath, which the word hypocrite means actor. That's why he just waiting for you, to tell him what's wrong, and then give you a prescription. Which guess what? When he gives you a prescription, he gives you a drug, and you're on that drug for 3, 6, 12 months. That shit's gonna come with side effects: loss of appetite, anxiety, hair loss. Some of them cause diseases, man. Some of them cause diseases. I know one guy, he got a prescription for blood pressure, and then a year or two later, he developed diabetes from that shit because it's a side effect. And guess what? They're not liable. You can't even sue them for that. And they gave you that disease. So that's just witchcraft. That's just pure witchcraft, man. Okay? It says, verse 2, for of the Most High cometh healing, not the physicians. Right? Brothers who are physicians, don't get high-minded. It's not your power. Oh, I concocted this form. No, man, it's the Most High. Say, how about Shem Yahushai? Right? And he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head. And in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Medicine comes from the earth. That's why when they make these drugs, they patent them. And when they patent them, that makes it theirs. But guess what? You can't patent nature. You can't patent things in nature. That's why they extract things from nature and make it a drug, like aspirin, which comes from willow bark, or even wintergreen has the same properties. But what do you call it? Like I said, he's a fraud, man. This damn devil's a fraud. And he'll tell you, oh yeah, you're being healed, or this is good for you. He won't even tell you you're being healed. He'll just take these drugs, and you're wondering, what the hell am I taking these drugs for, man? Or you should be, because a lot of people, they just blindly follow, man. Oh, the doctor. They're waiting for the doctor. The doctor's coming. That was the point. Actually, no. Let me keep reading. Salakia. It says, was not, verse 5, the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he hath given men skill. This is skill. So for brothers that take up herbs, don't just blindly do shit. Oh, Yohembe. Apostle Tahar said Yohembe is good. So I'm gonna, the more the better, right? I'm gonna take more. I'm gonna take this high dose and I'm gonna be pumped up. Well, guess what? You're gonna most likely, if you got issues with blood thickness, or if you're on blood thinners, you're gonna get nosebleeds and all kinds of other things, man. You got to know what the hell you're doing. Certain herbs, how much the dosage is, if you can take it with certain things, like this is a skill, man. This is not just, yeah, man, hey, dandelion root, it's good for this. And yeah, this is the cure for that. And no, man, this thing takes time, and it's a skill that's not easily, attained or achieved, I'll say. But it's very worth it. It says, and he hath given, verse 6, men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous work. See, this is all, when I think of these herbs, man, I'm making these herbs and I'm doing it, and I'm just like, yo, these things are amazing. Because in the book of Psalms, it tells you these herbs were made for the service of men. So you literally got servants, if you look at it. You're taking these tinctures or these capsules or tea. You got to know what you're doing when you're doing these things, man. That's the main point. So when you think about it, man, the Most High has these herbs set up, and they do things that you don't even know what they're doing, and they're helping you, and you don't got to do anything. You don't got to go, oh, I hope this tincture works, and you just pray to the Most High, but everything else is being done already. It says, verse 7, with such doth he heal men and taketh away their pain. So you got natural painkillers, and that's a skill to understand how to utilize it. Okay, of such doth the apothecary make a confection. Or apothecary, who deals with oils and perfumes and all kinds of fragrances. And of his works there is no end, because this is your playground through the Most High. You're like a kid again. You're experimenting, making all kinds of things. It says, and from him is peace over all the earth. My son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. That's the point. That's the main point. Because when I didn't have herbs, I didn't have anything, man. I had, I didn't have much. It was all the Most High, So in the wilderness, don't expect, I got my bug out bag and I got this, and I'm gonna have these things, and no, man, you gotta keep. The whole point is having the faith in the Most High. It's just such a bonus and blessing that He gave us these herbs, and we still have them working for us in a very beneficial way, I'll say, even in these times, man. For brothers I know, like 5G and all these different things that we're dealing with, it's a blessing that we have these things, man. All right. So with that, I hope you're edified. I want to say Kal Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Ruchakudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well, and salutations and blessings to you hopeful elect. Shalom.